Hello everyone, I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. I am here for Married to Medicine Season 6, Episode 6. If you're new here, welcome. Feel free to subscribe and make sure your notifications are on. So, I'm going to talk about Quad, starting off with her. She meets up with a couple from her marital focus group and discuss what's going on with her and Dr. G's relationship. It's tension filled, it's no apologies by him, and it's more of it's her fault for his actions. Now, I would like to know what led up to Dr. G just saying, you know what, whatever I got going I don't care about, but I'm going to go over here and step out of my marriage. I want to know the in between. And we know last season he felt that he had been taking care of Quad their whole relationship, but she countered with, well, you said you was going to pay A, B, and C bills, and I was going to pay D, E, F bills. And that's how we arranged things. But now you want to say that you've been taking care of me. And I think that's when she wanted to be more independent. But like I said, I want to know what happened. It's just in my mind. It didn't go from we're living happy one day, then the next minute he's at a hotel with another young lady. There was some in between. It was something that was going on in that house to where he said either he just didn't care or he was frustrated and decided I'm going to make this decision. He may not gone on that day to make that decision, gone out on that evening to make that decision, but once the opportunity presented itself, he just said, I don't care what's going on in my relationship, even if it can be fixed. Me do what I'm going to do may possibly, make all that what we could fix not happen if I go over here. I just want to know the in between of what went on to cause him to feel that yes, I'm willing to, and I am going to ruin this relationship that I have at home with my wife because I want to go over here. She says it's so easy to just say he cheated, I'm done, I'm out. But they have 10 years of relationship together and 6 of it being married, and there were some good times. It's just right now, it's so much hurt and pain, there's so much tension, and on top of that, he has not apologized, and he's also at the same time blaming me for what he did. And that's the hurtful part about it. We're going to move over to Lauren. She wants to know about the birds and the bees. Now, I think this is an excellent conversation that all parents should have with their children. I applaud Mariah for going with Lauren to see what's her name, Simone last episode. So whatever she couldn't tell Mariah or ask Mariah, she can ask Simone. I appreciated that. So, but I also appreciated Simone said, whatever you ask and tell me, do the same with your mother. You should always keep your mother informed. But Aiden, he's not really there because one, this is his little girl, first and foremost, and then on top of that, his culture, they don't discuss sex or anything like that. But I think if he's not comfortable with it, then Mariah should. So she will be well informed and prepared and take precautions. Say it's not now, but in a future date, she just, decides she wants to have sex. All the precautions that she should take and what to do and what can and can't happen. Getting all the actual facts from Mariah and not from a friend who got wrong information from somebody else and giving it to her. I think it was excellent idea. She wants to know answers. Aiden was like, at one point he said she wasn't going to, date till she's 27, and that's just unrealistic. He knows she's going to date before that time, but he wants her to focus on school, then college, then a career. Then you think about boys, but that's what he wants, but he knows that's not realistically going to happen. But I think all parents should discuss with their kids about their bodies, what can happen, what steps to take if you feel that you're at that age where you want to have sex. And I'm not talking about 12, 13 years old. Like you like 17, 18, go to your parents, get the proper, condoms, talk to them, everything you need to have things in step if you want to go that route. talk to your kids. Give them the proper, actual, factual. If you don't know everything, take them to the doctor, which I'm hoping if you got kids that are of that age that you should know, talk to your kids so they get the right information and not getting it wrong from their friends. And then they come looking at you like, I don't know what happened, such and such told me this, and it turns out they was wrong. So let's move over to Heavenly. We're peeling more and more layers back of Heavenly, and I'm glad that her anger management counselor told her to do these steps because we're understanding why she is the way she is. She was very sheltered growing up. Her sister, okay, she grown, she could do what she want to do, but Heavenly stayed in the house. She was always studying. She was the good child. I guess her sister was the bad child. Her mother always told them they was always going to be doctors. Heavenly decided to be a dentist. Her sister worked for her at one point as the office manager. That didn't work out because they couldn't get along. But now she's an office manager for another dental practice. Her mom didn't let her go outside much, so she was always in the house. And that, all the social skills she would have gotten from, hanging out with kids, she didn't get that. So now as an adult in social settings, she just doesn't know proper etiquette, if you will. Daddy, he was overseas in Germany because he was in the army, and that struck me as odd because most times when one parent is in the army, the whole family, whatever dad or mom gets shipped to, the whole family gets shipped there. Daddy in Germany, in the army, the whole family goes there. That just struck me as odd that he was in Germany. Heavenly, her mom and sister were still in Miami. But the dynamics changed once he came back because he had all these rules and they had been living a certain way, and then you come home and I got to go to bed at a certain time. You want me to do this, that, and the third, and they rebelled, and because they rebelled, they ended up getting whippings because of that. They finally go back to her childhood home, and it's changed a lot. It was nice of the man who owns the house now. He let them come in. I used to live there. Can I come visit the old house? He said, sure. But once she got there, she was saying how she didn't go outside, therefore she didn't know her neighbors, and her not going outside, because she was always in the house reading, she wasn't outside running, playing with kids, she became overweight. Being overweight, when she would go to school, kids would pick on her. So her first response is, I'm going to either fight you or I'm going to fight you with my words. But Jackie said that was another reason why she acts the way she is. We get inside the house and she's saying it's totally changed in how, where her room was, it was a windowless room. That another thing, she didn't get all the sunshine. She needed all the melanin from all the goodness from the sun. She didn't get that, and that can mess up your sleep patterns, your behavior, and I believe it was your behavior as well. And I was like, that was odd to me that she didn't have a window in her room. And once she became as an adult and buying her own house, she realized that she didn't want to be in a small space. Her house now has windows everywhere because she wanted the sunshine in, and she didn't get that as a child. I think she was in that room for like 10 years in the windowless room. They always had to keep the lights on for whatever reason. Mama is doors open, lights on at all times. She didn't understand that, but that's just the way her mama was. And she also blocked out the fact that her dad died in that house, which was the sister's old room. And she totally blocked that out until she got in the house. She was in college, I think her junior year of college, and it was almost time for testing time, and she gets a call from her mom saying that your father has passed away. And studying and stressed for school, and then hearing that, she's like, well, I'm studying right now. And her mom took that as she wasn't going to come to the funeral. But she said, I went to the funeral, and that was the last time I stepped in Miami after my father's funeral. I was like, we're, like I said, peeling back more and more layers of Heavenly. And at one point, she couldn't even take being in the house no more. She felt like she was having a panic attack and she had to just get out of there. But she was happy that Jackie and Simone was there for her so she can go back there. Now, last episode, I was kind of thinking it would have been good if, I don't know if I said this, if she had did this with Damon, him coming there, but I don't know if she would have. Now I'm pretty sure she would have said more or made it spiritual, but I think she needed Simone and Jackie to be there for her at that time. Not saying Damon couldn't have done the same thing, but I was just glad that Jackie and Simone was there for her. And she's like revealing more and more of what she went through, with her mom and how she was treated. And it gives more insights of her and her relationship with Damon. Like she said last episode, or maybe 2 episodes ago, her mom never said, "I love you." And I think Damon may have been the first person who said it and actually meant it. And that's why she don't play when it comes to Damon. Let's see what else happened. Contessa, she is preparing to have her surgery. Now, when she first was talking about the surgery, I was like, that is a big step for, just wanting to jump and just getting a double mastectomy. But, like, this had been on her mind for 10 years after having, one, a mom who had breast cancer and died from it, and then having several abnormal mammograms. It's, I'm pretty sure, weight lifted off of her shoulders, and this is the time now. She's had her children. She's at a place to where she's not working so much, so this is the time where she can have that done. And I just pray her doing this will ease some tension and off of her. We seen Toya and Eugene, they was looking at their house. She was saying she told everybody who mattered, which means Contessa was not one of those people, but in my opinion, Contessa was not worried about whether Toya has a two-story walk-in closet or whether she's buying a house right now, because she has more important things to her life that's going on. So that was the gist of anything out. Now, if you're new, like I said before, and you like my video, feel free to come back, subscribe, click the notifications. If anything I left out and you want to just piggyback on, just go ahead and leave me a comment. And like I always want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my video. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.